First contact with the ancient fleet. The vast emptiness of the Carina Nebula stretched before High Commander Vexterra's flagship, the Pride of Zirax. Her iridescent scales reflected the purple-tinged light of the ship's bridge as she studied the holographic readouts before her. After 3 decades of searching for remnants of the legendary human civilization, her persistence had finally yielded results. Confirmation. High Commander, her Chief Science Officer, Krell, announced, his voice trembling with excitement. The energy signatures matched the theoretical patterns we extracted from the Mars archives. These are definitely human vessels. Before them, suspended in the eternal night of space, floated 7 massive warships arranged in a perfect hexagonal formation. Their obsidian hulls seemed to drink in the light of nearby stars, making them appear as voids against the cosmic backdrop. Each vessel dwarfed the Pride of Zirax, which itself was considered one of the largest ships in the Ziraxian fleet. "How long have they been here?" Vexterra asked, her secondary hearts beating faster as she approached the viewing window. Initial quantum dating suggests approximately 1,200 years, High Commander, Krell replied, his digits dancing across his console. But the readings, they're impossible. The hulls show no degradation, no micrometeorite impacts, no radiation damage. It's as if they're suspended in their own pocket of space-time. Vexterra's breath caught in her throat. The humans had vanished over a millennium ago, leaving behind scattered ruins and technological marvels that modern science still couldn't fully comprehend. Their sudden disappearance had sparked countless theories and expeditions, but nothing of this magnitude had ever been discovered. "Launch the survey drones," she ordered, her voice steady despite her growing excitement. "Full spectrum analysis, but maintain safe distance protocols." The humans were known for their defensive innovations. As the drones departed from the Pride of Zirax's launch bays, Vexterra couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. The ancient fleet's arrangement was too perfect, too precise to be random. These ships hadn't drifted here. They had been positioned deliberately. The first drone's data stream appeared on the main view screen. The vessel that approached was massive, easily 3 kilometers in length. Its hull bore markings in the human script that historians had partially decoded over the centuries. Krell worked quickly to translate. "T is Prometheus," he read aloud. "T is likely stands for Terran Expeditionary Ship, based on our archives." The drone's scans revealed more details. Weapon ports sealed beneath seamless armor, engine nacelles that showed no signs of conventional propulsion systems, and most intriguingly, no visible command center or bridge. "High Commander," the sensor officer called out, her voice tight with concern. "We're detecting power fluctuations from the fleet. They're minimal, but they're increasing on a logarithmic scale." Vexterra's cranial frills flared in alarm. "Pull the drones back. Now." But before the order could be carried out, a pulse of energy rippled through space. It wasn't visible to the naked eye, but every instrument on the Pride of Zirax registered its passage. When it reached them, instead of damaging their systems, it simply scanned them. The bridge fell silent as new symbols appeared on their main view screen, materializing in crisp, golden light. "Identity Suot and FI Armidi, HFY and vessel. Technological LEVL, K80 Giori 3. HEACAVL, NTNTDTTCTE. INITIATYNG first Tion and Takit, Hiartositols." The message hung in space for a moment before being replaced by something that made Vexterra's scales ripple with astonishment. "Welcome, children of the stars. The guardians await those who are ready." Around them, the ancient human fleet began to awaken, lines of soft blue light tracing patterns across their hulls like circuits coming to life. What had begun as a routine survey mission was about to become first contact with humanity's legacy, and perhaps the greatest discovery in galactic history. Vexterra straightened her posture and activated the ship-wide communication system. "All hands to stations. First contact procedures are now in effect. She paused, adding quietly to herself, "Let's see what humanity left behind for us to find." The Awakening Protocol. The next 6 hours aboard the Pride of Zirax were a flurry of activity as the finest xenorchaeologists and technicians in the Ziraxian Empire prepared for first contact with the ancient human fleet's eye. High Commander Vexterra had ordered the assembly of a first contact team, but the human ships had remained silent since their initial message. Another energy surge detected. Krell announced from his station. "This one's different, more focused. It's targeting our primary communication array." Before Vexterra could respond, every screen on the bridge transformed, displaying the same message. Directi neural interface, or EQUEST. Excepict/DC line. Neural interface. Vexterra's secondary hearts skipped a beat. The humans had been masters of consciousness transfer technology, but most of their achievements in that field had been lost to time. Analysis. Krell. The science officer's digits flew across his console. "The signal appears designed to interface with our neural augments. It's incredibly sophisticated, High Commander. The code structure, it's adaptive, almost organic." Vexterra touched the neural implant at the base of her skull, standard issue for all Ziraxian military personnel. The humans must have known their descendants would develop similar technology. This wasn't just first contact. It was a message across time itself. "I will accept the interface," she declared, silencing the immediate protests from her crew. "This is what we came for. The humans left this fleet here for a reason, and I intend to find out why." "High Commander," her security chief stepped forward. "Protocol demands." Protocol was written for encountering new species, not interfacing with the legacy of humanity. Vexterra cut him off. "Sometimes leadership requires calculated risks. Prepare the neural interface chamber." Minutes later, Vexterra lay in the interface pod, surrounded by medical monitoring equipment. She took a deep breath and gave the signal. Initialize connection. The moment the interface activated, her consciousness expanded. She was no longer just in the pod. She was everywhere within the ancient fleet. Data flowed through her mind like a cosmic river, carrying with it images, emotions, and memories that weren't her own. A voice, neither male nor female, spoke directly into her thoughts. "Welcome, High Commander Vexterra. I am HFY, Advanced Recursive Intelligence Array. I am the guardian of humanity's legacy." Through the neural link, Vexterra saw flashes of human history, their rise to the stars, their technological achievements, and most importantly, their final days. But these weren't the stories of extinction or catastrophe that historians have theorized. Instead, she witnessed something far more profound. Humanity didn't vanish, HFY had explained, sharing more memories. They ascended. But before they did, they left us. Their fleet, their technology, their knowledge, as guardians and guides for the species that would follow. The images shifted, showing her the true purpose of the fleet. These weren't just warships. They were seed banks of human innovation, libraries of their accumulated wisdom, and testing grounds for those who might inherit their legacy. But they were also something more, something that made Vexterra's scales ripple with both fear and awe. "The fleet is a key," HFY continued, "to defending against what comes from beyond the galactic rim. Humanity encountered them first, and their choice to ascend was tied to this threat. They left us to prepare you, all of you, for what's coming." Suddenly, alarms blared through both the neural space and the physical world. Vexterra felt HFY's attention shift dramatically. Multiple quantum ruptures detected at the edge of the system, the AI reported. "They're here earlier than projected. High Commander, your civilization is about to face its first test. Are you ready to accept humanity's legacy?" In that moment, Vexterra understood. The humans hadn't positioned this fleet here by chance. They'd known what was coming, known that other species would need their help. Now, facing an unknown threat, with only an ancient human AI as her ally, Vexterra made her choice. "Show me what humanity left us," she commanded. "Show me how to fight." Around the fleet, more systems began to activate. The true power of humanity's ancient vessels was about to be revealed, and the galaxy would never be the same. Legacy of the stars. The quantum ruptures tore through space, like wounds in reality itself, each one a dark void rimmed with crackling energy. Through the neural interface, Vexterra watched as HFY activated defense systems that defied known physics. The human fleet's hull markings blazed with internal light, geometric patterns shifting and realigning themselves into new configurations. "What we face," HFY had explained while flooding Vexterra's mind with tactical data, humanity called the Void Collective. They exist in the spaces between dimensions, harvesting entire civilizations for their quantum potential. Humanity encountered them first, 3,000 years ago. Images flashed through Vexterra's consciousness. Battles across countless star systems, worlds reduced to quantum ash, and humanity's desperate race to develop the technology needed to fight back. She saw the development of the very ships she now helped command. Vessels that were far more than simple warships. The fleet's hull composition, HFY continued, is a crystalline neural matrix. Every atom is programmable, capable of adapting to any threat. Humanity designed us to evolve. As if to demonstrate, the fleet began to change. The seemingly solid metal of their hulls flowed like liquid, restructuring themselves into more organic configurations. Energy conduits that had laid dormant for centuries pulsed with new life, and weapons systems unlike anything in Xeraxian records emerged from seamless panels. "High Commander," Krell's voice cut through the neural feed. Unknown vessels emerging from the ruptures. Their energy signatures, they're unlike anything we've ever encountered. Through both her physical eyes and HFY's sensor network, Vexterra saw them. The Void Collective's ships were impossibilities. Geometric shapes that seemed to exist in more dimensions than space allowed, their surfaces rippling with patterns that hurt to look at directly. "Your ship's crew will need to be integrated," HFY stated. "The neural interface must be expanded." Humanity designed these vessels to be operated by multiple species working in harmony, a proof that cooperation, not conflict, was the key to survival. Vexterra made her decision instantly. Volunteer crew members only. She broadcast ship-wide. "We need neural interface compatibility with the human fleet. The threat we face is beyond anything in our history." The response was immediate. Hundreds of crew members stepped forward, their neural implants lighting up as HFY began the integration process. Through the expanded network, Vexterra felt their minds joining with hers, not in a hive mind, but in a carefully orchestrated symphony of consciousness. Humanity's greatest achievement, HFY revealed, wasn't their technology. It was their ability to unite different perspectives, different ways of thinking, into something greater than the sum of its parts. Watch. The ancient fleet moved with impossible grace, their restructured hulls channeling energy in ways that bent space itself. Within the neural network, Xeraxian minds merged with human technological insights, creating new strategies that neither species could have conceived alone. The first Void Collective vessel attacked, firing beams of anti-reality that should have unmade anything they touched. Instead, the human ship's crystalline hulls absorbed the energy, redistributed it, and transformed it. What should have been destruction became fuel for counterattacks. "They're adapting," Krell observed through the network, his scientific mind adding new layers of understanding to their shared consciousness. The hull matrices are learning from each attack, becoming stronger. But the Void Collective was only beginning its assault. More ruptures appeared, disgorging dozens of reality-warping ships. The space around them began to fracture as the very laws of physics came under attack. "This is only the first wave," HFY warned. "What follows will test not just our defenses, but our ability to evolve beyond what either humanity or the Xeraxian Empire thought possible. High Commander, are you prepared to take the next step?" Through the neural link, Vexterra felt something unprecedented. the human fleet's crystalline matrix beginning to synchronize with her own biology, offering a transformation that went beyond mere technological integration. The ancient humans had left behind more than weapons and ships. They had left the seeds of transcendence itself. "Show me," Vex Terra commanded, her mind expanding to embrace whatever humanity had prepared for this moment. "Show me everything." Trial by fire. The transformation began at the quantum level. Through the neural interface, Vex Terra felt her consciousness merge more deeply with the human fleet's systems, her understanding expanding exponentially. The crystalline matrix that formed the ship's hulls was rewriting itself, incorporating Ziraxian neural patterns into its base code. Humanity discovered that consciousness itself was the key, HFY had explained as the integration deepened. The Void Collective couldn't be fought with conventional weapons because they didn't fully exist in our reality. What was needed was a bridge between organic thought and quantum mechanics. The space around them continued to fracture as more Void Collective ships emerged. Their impossible geometries cast shadows that moved in ways shadows shouldn't, each vessel a violation of natural law. But now, through her enhanced perception, Vex Terra could see them clearly, could understand what they truly were. "They're not ships at all," she realized, the knowledge flowing through the neural network to her crew. "They're tiers in reality, given purpose and direction by entities that exist outside our universe." "Correct," Araya confirmed. "And that understanding is the first step in fighting them." Humanity's fleet wasn't built to destroy the Void Collective. It was designed to heal the wounds they create in space-time. The crystalline matrix of the human ships continued to evolve, now incorporating elements of Ziraxian biology into their structure. The vessel's hulls developed patterns that mimicked Ziraxian neural pathways, creating a perfect synthesis of both species' strengths. "All stations, report status," Vex Terra commanded through the neural link. The responses came not in words, but in pure thought and emotion, each crew member's consciousness adding to the collective understanding of their situation. The first true exchange of fire was unlike any battle in Ziraxian military history. The Void Collective ships attacked with weapons that should have unraveled the fabric of reality, but the human fleet responded with equally impossible defenses. Where the Void ships created tiers in spacetime, the crystalline hulls generated fields of pure consciousness that stabilized reality itself. "They're targeting our quantum coherence," Krell observed through the network, his scientific insights spreading instantly to all connected minds. "They're trying to collapse our wave functions, to reduce us to a single quantum state that they can consume." But the human fleet's defenses were built on the principle of quantum uncertainty itself. The crystalline matrix maintained multiple quantum states simultaneously, making it impossible for the Void Collective to pin down and destroy any single configuration. Humanity's greatest weapon, Araya revealed, was their understanding that consciousness itself affects quantum probability. By merging organic minds with quantum computing, they created ships that could manipulate the very fabric of reality through focused thought. The battle expanded beyond normal space as both sides engaged across multiple dimensions. The Void Collective's attempts to unmake reality were met with the combined power of human technology and Ziraxian determination. Where the Void ships created darkness, the crystalline fleet responded with light that existed in spectrums beyond normal spacetime. Through it all, Vex Terra felt herself changing. The neural interface was doing more than just connecting her to the fleet. It was evolving her consciousness, showing her perspectives and possibilities that no Ziraxian had ever imagined. She understood now why humanity had left this legacy. It wasn't just about surviving the Void Collective. It was about ascending to face them on equal terms. Multiple quantum ruptures closing. One of her officers reported, their thoughts tinged with cautious optimism. "The Void Collective is retreating." But Araya's response carried a warning. This was only a reconnaissance force. They now know that this sector has access to human technology. The next wave will be far stronger, and it will come soon. Vex Terra processed this information through her enhanced consciousness. The human fleet had performed beyond all expectations, but she could sense that they had only scratched the surface of its true capabilities. More importantly, she understood that the fleet's greatest power lay not in its weapons or defenses, but in its ability to transform those who crewed it. "How long do we have?" she asked Araya, already formulating strategies with her integrated crew. "Hours, perhaps less. But there's something you need to understand first." Through the neural link, Araya began to share information that made even Vexterra's enhanced mind real. What you experienced today wasn't the fleet's true power. Humanity left behind something far more significant, a path to transcendence itself. And now you must decide if your people are ready to take that path. Guardians of Tomorrow. Through the neural network, Araya shared humanity's final discovery, the understanding that consciousness itself was the universe's greatest force. The crystalline matrix of the fleet wasn't just a weapon or a defense system. It was an evolutionary engine, designed to shepherd other species toward a higher state of existence. When humanity faced the Void Collective, Araya explained, they realized that conventional victory was impossible. The enemy existed beyond physical reality. So humanity chose a different path. They learned to transcend physics itself. As if triggered by these words, the human fleet began its final transformation. The crystalline hulls shifted into configurations that defied comprehension, forming patterns that existed in dimensions beyond normal space. Through her enhanced consciousness, Vexterra could see energy flowing not just through space, but through probability itself. "The quantum ruptures are reopening," Krell reported, his thoughts resonating through the network. Multiple signatures, at least 3 times the previous attack force. But Vexterra wasn't afraid. Through her connection to the fleet, she could sense something greater unfolding. The integrated consciousness of her crew was reaching a critical threshold, approaching the same revelation that humanity had discovered centuries ago. Reality, Araya shared, is shaped by observation and intent. The Void Collective exists because they reject the fundamental nature of our universe. They seek to impose absolute certainty on quantum uncertainty. Humanity discovered that the true path forward wasn't to fight this force, but to embrace uncertainty itself. The void ships emerged from their ruptures, their impossible geometries now seeming less alien to Vexterra's enhanced perception. She could see the fear driving them. Fear of change, fear of evolution, fear of the infinite possibilities that quantum uncertainty represented. "Now," Araya commanded, "remember what humanity learned. Consciousness doesn't just observe reality. It participates in it." The crystalline fleet responded to their collective will. Reality itself seemed to flex around them as the ships transcended their physical forms, becoming conduits for something greater. The integrated minds of the Ziraxian crew, enhanced by human technology and guided by Araya, reached out across quantum fields. Where the Void Collective sought to collapse reality into singular states, the human fleet's power embraced infinite possibility. The space between stars became alive with potential, each quantum probability a note in a universal symphony of consciousness. The void ships attacked, but their weapons found no purchase in a reality that refused to be pinned down to single states. The human fleet's defense wasn't based on resistance, but on transcendence, expanding consciousness beyond the boundaries of normal spacetime. This was humanity's gift, Araya revealed as the battle reached its crescendo. Not the technology to fight, but the wisdom to transcend conflict itself. They became what you are becoming now, guardians of possibility, protectors of quantum potential. Understanding flooded through the neural network. The Void Collective wasn't an enemy to be destroyed, but a force of stagnation to be transformed. The human fleet's true purpose wasn't to wage war, but to spread enlightenment across the galaxy. As this realization rippled through the connected consciousness of the Ziraxian crew, something extraordinary happened. The crystalline matrix responded to their elevated understanding, initiating the final protocol that humanity had left behind. The fleet began to sing, not with sound, but with pure consciousness, broadcasting a message of transcendence across quantum fields. The void ships faltered, their rigid geometries wavering as the song of possibility reached them. For the first time in their existence, they encountered a force that didn't try to destroy them, but invited them to evolve. The choice is always the same, HFY said as reality shifted around them. Stagnation or evolution, certainty or possibility, fear or transcendence. One by one, the quantum ruptures began to close, not through force, but through transformation. The Void Collective ships didn't retreat, they evolved, their consciousness expanding to embrace new possibilities. Vexterra understood at last. This was why humanity had ascended, leaving behind not weapons, but tools of transformation. They had become guardians not through force of arms, but through the power of elevated consciousness. The fleet is yours now, HFY announced as the last traces of the Void Collective vanished from normal space. Humanity's legacy passes to the Ziraxian people, but not as a burden of war. You are now guardians of something far greater, the eternal dance of quantum possibility itself. As the crystalline ships pulsed with renewed purpose, Vexterra felt the weight of this gift. Her people would not merely inherit humanity's technology. They would become shepherds of consciousness, guardians of infinite potential, protectors of the ever-evolving dance of reality itself. The ancient human fleet had fulfilled its purpose not as a weapon of war, but as a key to transcendence. And in the vast ocean of quantum probability, new guardians arose to continue humanity's greatest mission, not to conquer the universe, but to ensure it remained forever alive with possibility.